What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am on a roll today. I'm just getting stuff done. So this video is going to be, I was asked a question, what would be if I could go back in time and I was going to start all over again, what would be the tools I'd have to have? And you know, I've really been thinking about that. That's actually a very good question. You know, I've got limited, I only have a few tools and a few resources. What would I prioritize? What would be the most important thing ever? Well, the first thing that would be important to me is resources and the ability to harvest the resources. Meaning, Kelley Blue Book. Got to have that on a smartphone. Go ahead and buy your tool number one. Buy you a really nice smartphone with a lot of memory because you're going to need it. So on this smartphone, I would have Kelley Blue Book, NADA, pay for a script of Black Book because you're going to want to know the rough book values and how Black Book's playing out. You're going to want to know how NADA is. And then you're going to want auction Mannheim's Market Report, the MMR. So those are resources that I would have to have, bam, I'd have to have them right there. And I don't know if I mentioned Carfax or not, but yeah, so Carfax, the book values, and I'd also want a checklist on my phone. I want a checklist on my phone, period. I'm not even looking at a car. So I have all those things available with a checklist, period, in the story. Also, make sure there's a flashlight on your smartphone. You'll understand one day when you need it. Okay, so that would take care of my resources. I'd be happy with that because then I'd be able to value anything. I'd be able to get a little bit of history on it, and I'd be able to check off stuff I was looking for. So I'm okay with that. And when I say a checklist, I've actually created one and paid somebody to do a website, and it didn't work out real well. But eventually I'll hopefully get it back up and you can download it. But basically you just go through everything it's important to you on a car, you know, from the interior, exterior, engine, all things that are pertinent. And that way, not that you have to actually fill it out, but you want to read it after you've looked at the car and be like, oh man, I didn't look in the trunk. Oh man, I didn't put it in reverse. I didn't check all the windows. I didn't see if the tires were all wearing even. I didn't do any of this stuff. So checklist is definitely just for your own mental game. Now, let's get into the tools. What kind of tools would I want? Man, so you're starting out, so you don't have a lot of money. So what could you start out with that would just really pop and really help you get down the road and save your butt just in case? So the very first thing I'm telling you to get is an OBD2 Scanner with live data. You can buy them for nothing. 150 bucks, 200 bucks. You get the plug-and plays. Whatever you can get that'll give you live data, go ahead and get it. As you progress forward and learn more about stuff, you can get more fancier. No big deal. But you're just a car buyer right now. You're not technically a mechanic, so we just want to know enough to try to keep ourselves out of trouble. OBD2 with live scan, thumbs up. My next one. Every car man needs this. You got to have a battery jump box with an air compressor. I know. Trust me, I cannot tell you how many times as a car guy you're going to want to buy a car that doesn't start. And you're going to want to drive a car that has a flat tire. Like, that's just something you got to be prepared for when you show up on the scene. Anyway, that's very simple. Find whichever one you like, whatever you're happy with. I've used every version possible. They all break over time, so I don't know who will give thumbs up on that. Alright, so what else is my next one? In your little arsenal, you want a head gasket chemical test. Because then, all you have to do is open that radiator cap, put some in if you've got any question, drop it in. If it turns the color, you're out. With head gasket, no thank you, bye-bye. If she turns out the right color, whatever dye it says that it's good to go. Now we're just dealing with an overheating issue. Now we might be dealing with a water pump, a radiator, something like that. So that would pay for itself in about 5 minutes if you saved yourself from buying a bad head gasket. I guess I'm going to figure out how to talk here in just a second. So if I was going to do that, that would be, I think that's what I say, number 3. All right, what else I got on here? The vacuum. Simple vacuum testers are 20 bucks anywhere. You can plug it anywhere on the intake manifold and just make sure that sucker's pinging between 19 and 20, 21. It'll stay pretty steady. If it's not, and it starts jumping and fluctuating, That thing's going to tell you whether it's got a bad catalytic converter, which you're not going to know right off the bat. It's going to tell you if it's got a messed up valve, if it's got a timing issue. I mean, the vacuum tester, thumbs up. Any car guy can use it. Makes you look smart. You can just plug it on. You'd be like, hey, dude, according to my vacuum tester, I know my OB2 right here says that everything's okay, but I'm looking at this vacuum tester and I don't know, man. We got a pretty fluctuation between 15 and 16, and that's not right. It should be around the 19, 20, 21 range, and it's not consistent. It's bumping, so there's something wrong. There you go. And even though the car sounds good, the vacuum test will tell how good the car actually is. It'll let you know what's going on with it. Pick that up anytime you get a chance to. It's great reading. Pick up the vacuum. How do you read a vacuum tester? Anywhere. Great, great, great tool to have in your little box. All right. A compression tester. I would suggest getting you a $50 compression tester. And the reason is because if you have a car that you're really serious about and you're not 100% sure, instead of wasting all the money and time on all the crap that people think that's wrong with it, you can run that one tester in each cylinder, and if one of them doesn't have compressed air inside of it, you know you don't want to buy that car, and it has major problems. It's either got a valve or a piston problem. Period. End of story. Or head gasket, something. Something ain't right inside the internal part of that engine. Compression tester might take you 20 minutes if you're trying to buy a project. Be like, hey guys, I'm sorry, compression test has to happen. Can't move forward without it. Period. End story. If the compression's good, we'll talk. If it sucks, we're not talking. You got a parts car. Definitely compression tester. Alright, so moving on to that takes care of our mechanical stuff. Now, you got to make them look good, so I was thinking, man, what if I had a couple tools I could do detail-wise? Cannot live without a buffer. You need a buffer. I suggest get you a DeWalt right off the bat, because you're going to want a DeWalt. Eventually, you can go to Harbor Freight. How many Harbor Freight ones did I burn up? I got brand new ones in my shop they replaced. I try to give them to people that don't even want them.
They just go bad again.
They just go bad. Like, the reason they have a warranty, you guys, because you need it. It just burns up. What happens is they go too fast or too slow or they overheat. Screw all that. Get a DeWalt. They're a couple $100. Period. Once you learn how to use it, your cars will look 10 times better than everybody else. You add an instant $300 or $400 to every car because you made the paint look good. Well worth investment. The next thing you really want is a pressure washer. You can buy all the chemicals you want and all this stuff. Nothing outworks a pressure washer. When you have a filthy engine, a filthy interior, you can pull that interior, pull the carpet, blast it, clean. Yeah, I mean, take you 2 hours to pull the interior, but guess what? It's clean. It ain't 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 days later. That joker is ready to go, right? It cleans the filth.
Yes.
So, pressure washer cleans the filth on the engine, cleans the filth on the interior, and
Check
also
out some of those nasty carpet.
Oh yeah, please feel free to look at our nasty carpet videos. I mean, dang. That's why you need a pressure washer. So, is there anything you could add, Jen? I'm like thinking about this, and you know, if in the beginning, if we didn't have anything, what would we have added to the spectrum?
Steam cleaner.
Oh yeah, yes. So if you're going to be in the car business, you need a steam extractor or just a steamer. You can get them; they're about $1,000. But I'm going to tell you something: they're priceless. As far as melting dirt, getting crap out. They're priceless. But your backup can always be the pressure washer. So pressure washer would come before that because you can definitely use if they're on a limited budget.
Yeah,
if you don't have a limited budget.
If they couldn't afford the $1,000 steamer extractor initially, could always do the Bissell pet steam vac that we also have in the video. That actually worked very well.
Yeah,
someone asked about that the other day.
Yeah, the ping. Yeah, they have them at different levels. Like the Bissell actually has one that kind of works. It's not really going to work for like heavy duty, but it'll work as heavy as you want it. It's got like a plastic in and stuff like that. It's not really made for commercial use, but it will work. All right. Other than that, guys, it's going to take some hard work and a little bit of luck. And I wish you the complete best. And of course, I'm always here for the trouble you get yourself into or try to get out of. I will try to show you the way, at least from my failures. Hopefully it will not be yours. All right, so moving on. I hope that helped my boy Brian. He's got me busy tonight. I've got 2 more questions from him. All right, meanwhile, nothing but love from RVA. Peace out. I hope this helps. See you.